I'm Ellie. I'm a lifelong gardener and landscape designer. This is going to be part one of a new series I'm going to do on how to plan your garden. In this video, we're going to talk all about seeds. I'm going to break down Seed 101 so you'll know everything you need to start your garden from seed this year. So let's kick off with some basics, specifically on seed packets. When you're looking online in store or a catalog, there's a lot of information and it can be super overwhelming to understand what you're looking at. So let's break down some of those terms. First off is zone. So what is a zone? I'm here in 8A in Virginia. Zone refers to the USDA plant hardiness zone and serves as a general guideline for what plants will grow or when to grow certain plants in your region. If you don't know your zone, you can look it up via zip code. If you're outside of the US, you can use the average winter temperature ranges to determine which zone best fits your region. I've linked a resource down below if you want to learn more. Zones will provide you with a general guide on when to plant certain seeds and whether a plant is adapted to your certain climate. Next up is some quick plant vocab. So these are really basic terms, but you'll see them quite often on seed packets, so it's better to just understand what they are, so that way you know when you're buying a seed packet what you're getting. So annuals, plants that have just a single growing season. An example would be a tomato or some type of annual flower, for example, sunflower. And perennials. So perennials come back year over year. An example of a perennial is an herb like lavender. And heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are a seed variety that has been cultivated over 50 years. That specific heirloom variety makes it very resilient, very reliable, and can really impact the overall flavor of the produce you're getting. An example is yummy heirloom tomatoes. The other details on a seed packet include sun, so the amount of hours of direct sunlight. That can be shade, partial, and typically full sun. I kind of break those down by hours here. Spacing requirements. So spacing requirements means how far apart to plant those seeds or transfer those seedlings into your garden if you're putting your seeds directly into your bed. And planting depth. So planting depth is the depth at which you're going to start those seeds, and they range from anywhere around surface level to even a ½ inch to an inch in the ground. So now you know everything you need to buy seeds for your garden. So where do you shop for seeds? There are tons of seed retailers, big and small. I recommend Fairy Morse, Burpee, Botanical Interest, Johnny Seeds, just to name a few. I've linked them down below if you want to check them out. They're not affiliate links, so I don't get anything, just these are the ones that I shop at. Specialty seed retailers may have unique varieties, but beware that those seeds may also come with lower germination rates, meaning there's a lower rate of seeds that will take per packet. Don't let that discourage you from trying out those unique varieties. I've had great success with many of them. It's all about knowing what you're working with to grow seeds successfully. So what else do I need to start seeds? You might be wondering. So the basics for plant growth are going to be soil, water, and light. Starting your seeds in good dirt is essential to make sure that there's the nutrients that seed needs to grow. So I'd recommend using a pre-mixed potting soil, or if you're making your own, just remember that seeds grow best in a very fluffy and nutrient-dense soil. Watering can be tricky. It's all about learning to read the soil so you can determine what your plants and seedlings need. So soil should be moist, but not pool water. You don't want to be watering so much that there's pooling that's happening before the water drains through the soil medium, because that can really interrupt those initial stages of the plant's growth where it's trying to establish roots. Soil should also have the opportunity to begin to dry out so that those roots begin to expand outwards, searching for more water resources. However, don't let your soil get really crusty. If you let your soil dry out completely, that root system is gonna die. The key is that watering should encourage root expansion. Some easy ways to manage watering are using a tray underneath whatever you're using for seedlings and using that to water so that the roots will expand downward to reach that tray, to reach that water resource. You can also use a sprayer or a mister when those seedlings are in their early stages to keep that soil in a moist level without completely drowning it while you're watering. And avoid letting water stand around your plants. If you are using a tray or any sort of pot, make sure there's good drainage. Make sure that it's not sitting in standing water, which can result in root rot later on. Last, you're going to want to find a good spot for your seeds that's going to have enough natural sunlight, or get supplemented with something like a grow light for at least 6 hours a day. Seeds can take 4 or more weeks to get established indoors, so feel free to get started even during the winter time. That way your seedlings are ready to go in the garden or start to be transferred outdoors as soon as spring arrives. I hope this video helped you better understand seeds and makes you feel a little bit more confident about growing your garden from seed this year. So let me know what you're planning to grow in your garden in the comments, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them there. I'll be making more videos on starting and planting a garden, so be sure to like and subscribe for more on that later. So happy gardening, and catch you in the next one. Bye!